Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of Smooth Business Growth Podcast, where we share 15 minutes of fast-paced, pure marketing strategies proven to move the needle in your business. So I'm your host and captain, Lyndsay Phillips. I'm the founder of Smooth Sailing Business Growth, where we help busy entrepreneurs attract and acquire customers faster through powerful and consistent content marketing. So today, author and serial entrepreneur Summer Felix-Mulder is going to share how whiteboard videos with her company, The Draw Shop, have helped corporations with training and business owners attract more clients. So let's set sail. Forward, Summer.
Thank you, Lyndsay. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yeah, and these, I've seen them around so much. They are super captivating, these animated videos. So for those that don't quite get it, explain kind of what these animated whiteboard videos, that's a mouthful, what they are and, what applications business owners can use them.
Yeah. So really what they are, the whiteboard animation videos are, we have live artists drawing these videos. So what you as the viewer sees is a video, you hear a voiceover, and then you see drawings that capture those ideas and concepts into an image. And then it's time lapse. So it looks like the artist is drawing super fast to match the speed of the voiceover, the narration that you hear. And it's really effective for getting brains to understand exactly what they're saying. So if you have, whether it's a difficult concept or just a message that you really want to make sure nobody can misunderstand and gets it and is inspired to take action, that's what they're used for. And we do other types of videos, but this is what we are known for and have been pretty much a leader in since whiteboard videos came out. So we're one of those first companies to do that. And it keeps on growing because videos are so effective. Mm-hmm. Your brain just can't. It's hard to look away because you're like, oh wait, what's he going to draw next? Wait, what's going on here? And you're hearing, the voice at the same time. So, yeah.
They're so much fun. And you've done these whiteboard videos for LinkedIn, Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins. So just so you can kind of paint a picture, what did they use them for? So just because sometimes it's hard to imagine, okay, how would I apply that? Or how would I use that in my business?
Yeah. So for Tim Ferriss, it was for the launch of his, it was 4-Hour Chef. And then Tony Robbins, it was for Money Master the Game, used as a book trailer. So both of them, those were book trailers. And then others, LinkedIn, it was for internal training. We've done that for Twitter as well, internal training. There's Uber, training the driver. So there's a lot of training videos we do. And then there's explainer videos on just what is your service. So we've had people that are in the financial industry, or maybe they're, a specific super niche in their field, whether they're a doctor, whether there's some type of business coaching, but they're very specific in what they do. And they want to set themselves apart from every other financial advisor or doctor or business coach. And so really it's about showing what it is that you do so that at the end of the video, the person watching doesn't have any questions except how can I work with you? That's our goal. So the goal is that they watch the video, and what would normally take a 20 to 30 minute explanation on what it is that you do, they get it in under 5 minutes, and then they're ready to take that next step in your sales process with you.
That's awesome. So do you find that the play time or the watch time for those videos, you get less drop off rate?
Absolutely. It's so cool. So yeah. And if you have any metrics, we have the ability to measure that as well with some of we do interactive videos as well. So we can measure, where people click on the video. If you're asking, are you male or female? Female. You can actually measure, what is everybody clicking and how long are they watching the video? When are they falling off? So we've done tests where people have done a webinar, and it's just a PowerPoint presentation, talking head type of style. And we've taken that and seen where people have dropped off and they're just not paying attention to the webinar anymore. So we said, well, let's do a test and see if at those points we can start to put in a whiteboard animation. So the person is still talking, but now there's drawing happening. And you see that the people were staying on now to complete the rest of the webinar. So it really engages the brain. And it's really phenomenal how it works. And, I talk about this a lot, but there's something that happens in your brain when you see something and you understand it and you get it. And that's what happens with whiteboard videos, is that you're watching it and your brain isn't having the responsibility of coming up with a picture of what it is that you're talking about. Right. If I'm talking to you, you're coming up with pictures and images in your mind.
Totally.
We're taking that responsibility away so that you see it happening right there. And then what happens is there's this hit of dopamine because your brain gets excited. Oh my gosh, I get it. I totally understand what they're talking about. And when you have that dopamine, feeling of I get it, you feel more connected to what it is that you're watching and that brand and whoever it is that is educating you.
Yeah. And I imagine too, it's like, it helps people connect the dots of like, okay, if I go from A to B to C to D with your business, then I'm going to get E. And so they kind of get to that end aha.
Yes.
Faster, right?
Exactly. And that's the goal.
And I think honestly, it's like we all have our inner child in us, right? And I still like watching cartoons personally. I mean, I still have young kids.
Yes.
But like we all are drawn to that.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Why else do you find that it works so well?
I think another part is that, there are other, and I'm not trying to put any other companies down, but there are other ways that people have done, kind of a static hand that's kind of floating across the board. And it kind of looks like it's drawing, but it's got preset images. So it's almost like you pick images from a stock of images and then you put them in there and then the software generates something. And it's interesting because you'll see there's plenty of case studies to show that those just don't convert as well. And the reason why is because there's one thing about the live hand that's drawing. And the other thing is that everything is custom that we do. So when we hire artists, everybody's got that marketing brain. And we even have a neuroscientist on the team who helped us with exactly how the editing should go. So not only does it have to match the cadence, but what words need to be highlighted? What did the voiceover artists need to be focusing on? How does the scripting need to be done? Really it was about how is the brain going to stay engaged? And so we incorporate all of that into our, we call it our little proprietary system of how it's a formula for sure with every single video. But it's really about how are you drawing those images? Now, some of our clients will come to us and they'll have, specific things that they want drawn, which is great, or they have a style that needs to be matched, and that's totally fine. But I will say, our artists and our team, they have that marketing brain as well as being an artist. And so they get like, if we draw that, that might not come across as powerfully as if we do this. Let's do a spin on it, So I think there's definitely that as well. I mean, it's there's a whole combination. So yes, it's the way that the videos are done, but scripting, the copy is so important. The voiceover, so important. It's all of these things put together. And then what is your call to action? So, you can definitely animate anything, but as with any kind of messaging that you put out there, it needs to be simple and you want to make it impossible to misunderstand. You want at the end of the video for people to just say, I get it. And then if they are your right client and you're actually speaking to their problem and you have the solution to that, then they're going to move forward with you. If they have questions of like, I still don't get what you do, it kind of puts that insecure feeling inside. Yeah. You want them to have more questions that are, I want more information from you. What else do you do? How can I work with you?
That's true. I mean, if people are even slightly confused, then they just walk away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, people are so, they're, as we all know, it's not any news that, attention span is dwindling. So it's like, if they're just not hooked and getting it, it's kind of like, okay, what's next?
I know. If I see those like through Facebook feeds or whatever, it's like, you're automatically captivated for sure. Yeah. And they're entertaining, and they're fun, like they're professional, but they still have that fun interactive element to it,
which is awesome for training videos. That's why, I mean, like Bloomberg uses them for to train their like their internal training, which is so cool because think of how many, big corporations are putting out HR videos for their team to watch, and they change those rules all the time. And it's like, you see the talking head or you see the dated videos from the 80s, here's Josh. He ran into a problem with his coworker. Josh, and it's like, seriously. So, the whole idea is make it fun and then they actually pay attention because the whole goal of showing them those videos is to educate them and actually have them, make changes in how they're working each day.
Yeah. Make that information stick so it actually gets implemented.
Exactly.
So if you're starting out, like what should your animated videos be about and what should the goal be?
So we, with all of our clients, the first thing is kind of reverse engineer. What do you want to happen at the end of this video? Right. And some people get so excited, they just want a video and it's like, okay, that's awesome. But like, what do you need to accomplish? What needle are you trying to move? Which is so important. So if you can know that, then you can reverse engineer. And then we take them through a creative briefing process, which is, well, what are the objections going to be? What are the questions they're going to have? And you try to answer most of those objections and questions we try to do, in less than 3 minutes. That's the goal of the first video. And it's really like, are you trying to get an opt-in? Are you trying to just let people know about your company and what your mission is? Are you trying to get a sale right at the end of the video? Or are you trying to get them to schedule an appointment with you? What is it that you are trying to accomplish? Because that, will form the message. And it's really about keeping it as simple as possible because needle by needle is what you want to do. You don't want to just like throw all this information.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we did that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's too overwhelming. And again, people will walk away.
Yepers.
Yeah.
So I heard you say 3 minutes. So is that typically like how long or short should those videos be?
Yeah, we found the sweet spot has been 2 to 3 minutes. And sometimes, if you're using them on social media, we can break those videos up and we'll do 15 to 30-second videos on social media because, when you're scrolling through and you've got that on a Facebook ad, people stop and go, wait, what? You can't help to see, well, what are they going to finish drawing there? So they work really well for social media. But in terms of opt-ins or getting people to actually, take a further action with you, 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops, I would say. And then there are videos that have to be longer. So we have
training ones would be longer, right?
Training videos are longer. We have, there's people that have, 20-minute sales letters, video sales letters that we've done. Or you can just use those as pieces within a bigger video.
I was just going to ask that next.
Yeah.
Like versus having the whole thing that way, it just kind of breaks up where, you've got like video clips or one-on-one. Yeah, you're totally mixing it up and explaining the parts that make sense. So in that instance then, because those ones are a piece of the puzzle, I'm assuming you need to know what the rest of that so that it's cohesive, right?
Yes. So usually we'll have, if there's an entire script that in that case, somebody will have an entire script and they'll say, these are the parts that we want to have drawn out, or these are the parts that are complex or a little bit confusing. And so we want to draw those pieces out, and that's fine. Yeah.
So I know
our company does all of that, the scripting and everything, if they don't have that in advance. Yeah.
Yeah, because the copywriting, as you said earlier, is key. You can't just whip it together. So I know, like, I've got some clients that, like, their branding is everything. And can you match people's branding with it? Because to me, it does have a certain look. But, I get it. LinkedIn, Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins, obviously they haven't had an issue with them and haven't done them well. But how do you work? I guess I don't really understand how you work the branding in or how it relates.
So yeah, it's interesting because with some clients, they do have, like with Twitter, we had the little bird, and we're drawing that. And sometimes we also do, we can do clip art as well. And we can do just import, using their actual logo and branding within the video.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty easy. Our artists can actually, pretty much match anything. They're like unbelievable.
Colors or fonts,
but yeah, Exactly. So the branding is also about, the language and your story and all of that. But yeah, we can incorporate all of that into there. I mean, there's ways that you can bring in actual images of the website. That's all just editing stuff. So, we can definitely do that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Are there we have a couple more minutes left. Do you have any do's and don'ts when it comes to animated whiteboard videos?
I would say, be careful, do your research on the companies that you are going to work with, because there's some that I think look like, wow, that's an amazing deal, but they will say you get what you pay for. And if your goal is to just have something that you're not really, so you just want content, that's fine. But if you're really looking for something that's going to move the needle for you and actually convert, just really be careful with the people. Look at the testimonials. Look at the people that they've worked with. That's a big, strong do, because we've had people that are like, we ended up trying this company, and then they've come back to us. So, and of course we love that, but it's like you don't rush into something just because it looks like a better deal over there. Really, really look at what you're paying for.
Well, and it's something that you're speaking directly to your prospect and getting that conversion. So you want it to be done right.
Yes, exactly.
So how can people, I think you have a report on your website on kind of understanding, why those whiteboard videos work so well. How can they get more information?
Yeah, well, I would love to give your listeners, I'll give you an ebook that really explains the neuropsychology behind it and why they work. And it has case studies in there and all kinds of cool information and some of the things that I talked about, how the brain works and why it gets it and why people just learn more effectively from them. And then they can go to our website, which is thedrawshop.com. You can see case studies on there. You can see all the amazing clients that we have, that we've worked with, who we love. Testimonials are on there. You can also see the different styles of videos.
I like looking at the examples. Yeah.
Yes. So there's different styles. We do cartooning if you're, maybe you want to try something different. And we do the interactive videos. So you can find all of that on our website. And then we have a cool powwow. We do free powwows. So if you enter in your name there, you can speak to one of our reps and they'll give you all the information you need. And then, of course, anybody who is listening that wants to do a video with us, we'd love to give you a $250 discount off of any video that you do with us. So just mention this podcast and we will take care of you.
That's so nice of you. I mean, gosh, I love them. You can't help but be captivated. So it's such a great way to get a leg up against your competition.
Yes.
And really stand out and communicate directly to your audience for sure. So thanks for joining me and sharing that.
Well, thank you. This was fun.
Awesome. So this week's 15-minute cruise to move the needle in your business, folks, has come to an end. And of course, I want to thank Summer for joining us and sharing the insight on how animated whiteboard videos can help grow your business. If you are looking to achieve faster growth through blogs, videos, podcasts, social media, and email marketing, look no further than smoothbusinessgrowth.com. And while you're there, be sure to grab your free copy of Client Attraction System. And have a profitable and productive week, folks. And may the winds always be at your back.